What's going on, guys? My name is Miss Birch, and we're back. Of course we are. We're talking about math. Get excited. I am. So let's get started. We're going to start off today's lesson, as always, by reading our standards and our objectives, and then we're going to dive right in. So let's go. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So we only have one standard for us today, and it is understand the meaning of the equal sign and determine if equations involving addition and subtraction are true or false. Today we're going to be really focusing on what that equal sign means, and we're going to learn a new word called equivalency. So hold on to your hats because we're going to learn it a little bit later. So let's move on to our objectives. All right, so you know the rules. I'm going to say it first, then you're going to say it, and we're going to say it together. So I can use at least two different strategies to find my answer. Altogether, I can use at least two different strategies to find my answer. Nice job. Next one. I can use drawings to find my answer. Altogether, I can use drawings to find my answer. Perfect. Last but not least, I can solve to find equal equations. Altogether, I can solve to find equal equations. All right, so let's get started. We're talking about our lesson. So I'm going to come back. And before we start our math fluency, which I love, I want to share that word one more time with you. The word that we're learning today is called equivalency. Now, what does equivalency mean? What do you think it could mean? Equivalency. Well, if you look at the word, it has equal in it. So maybe it has something to do with the equal. Equivalency is when it's equal on both sides of the equal sign. Because if I were to write down, let's say 4 equals 4, that makes sense, right? 4 equals 4. If there's 4, we have 4. What if I change that number to 5? Does 5 equal 4? No. What we need is equivalency on both sides of the equal sign. And we're going to get into that a lot today. So let's start with our math fluency. You ready? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down an unfinished equation with missing addends, and we're going to find out how we can solve it to get it to be equivalent. So let me write down. It's going to be 9 plus blank equals 8 plus blank. So we have 2 missing addends right here, right? So how are we going to solve this? Well, why don't we just try throwing in a number right here? So why don't we start with 1? What's 9 plus 1? It's 10. We know that. Right off the bat, we know that with our math fluency, that 9 plus 1 equals 10. So I'm just bringing this equal sign down. So now we have 8. But 8 plus what equals 10? Right? Because we want 10 on both sides. How can we make it equivalent? 2. So if I lock 8 in my brain, 8, 9, 10. That gives us 10. So we put a 2 over here. And now we have an equivalent equation. So what if I changed it up a little bit? What if I kept it on this side? What if I want to put 0 on this side? We're not going to add anything. So 9 plus 1 is 10. And what's 8 plus 0? It's 8. Well, does 10 equal 8? Or does 8 equal 10? No. So is it equivalent? No, it's not equivalent. So what we're going to do for the next couple of ones for our math, or the next couple, so what we're going to do for the next couple problems for our math fluency, we're just going to try to see how many we can come up with that are equivalent. So now I'm going to erase this. So if we did 1 and 2, why don't we try 2 on this side? So what's 9 plus 2? It's 11, right? We have 9, 10, 11. So now we need to get this side to equal 11. So how can we get 11 from 8? Block 8 in your brain. All right, 9, 10, 11. So 8 plus 3 equals 11. Is this equivalent? Does 11 equal 11? Of course it does. Nice job. So now let's do a couple more. I'm going to start with this side. I'm going to do 8 plus 4. What is 8 plus 4? It's not in your brain. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if this equals 12, we need to get this side of the equation, this side of the equal sign to be 12. So how do we do that? That's a good idea. We need to get 9 to equal 12. So 9 plus what equals 12? 3, right? Lock 9 in your brain. 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. And is this equivalent? It is. Nice job. So I want you guys to keep practicing that. Maybe another day we'll go with different numbers. We're going to really get the understanding of what equivalency means. So just remember that word equivalent, because we're going to be talking about it a lot today. All right. Nice job, guys. So now let's move on to our application problem, our favorite, the word problem. I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to share myself. All right, here we go. So Micah had 16 trucks and lost 9 of them. Charles had 1 truck and received 6 more trucks from his mother. Who has more trucks, Micah or Charles? Okay, so let's brainstorm it. What is my equation going to look like? What is the important information I need? And who's going to have more trucks? All right, you ready to read it again? Let's do it. Micah had 16 trucks and lost 9 of them. Charles had 1 truck and received 6 more trucks from his mother. Who has more trucks, Micah or Charles? All right, I'm going to come back. Here we are. Hello. And let's solve it. So what I'm going to do to start off, because we have 2 different boys, I'm going to draw a line right down the middle of my whiteboard. I'm going to put an M for Micah and a C for Charles. So Micah had 16 trucks and he lost 9 of them. Do you think that's going to be an addition problem or a subtraction problem? I think it's going to be a subtraction problem too. Why do you think that? Because he lost 9 trucks. So what we need is, what is our total? What is our whole? How many trucks does Micah have? 16. All right, 16. And he lost 9. That's where we got the subtraction problem from. So he lost 9. Okay, but then what about Charles? Charles had 1 truck. So what's our whole number? It's 1, because that's his total he had. And then his mother gave him 6 more trucks. Is this going to be an addition problem or a subtraction problem? Addition, because he had 1 and he got 6 more. All right, so now let's solve these. Let's start with Micah. So what's a way we can solve this equation? I'm going to use a number bond. So I'm going to circle the 16. We're going to split it up, and because of our sweet 10 plus math facts, we know that the 10 plus what equals 16? 6. Nice job. I'm going to draw out my picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now we have our whole, which is 16, and he lost 9 of them. All right, so let's cross off 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so now how many do we have left? We group into groups of 5, so we can see that we have a full 5 up here. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So Micah started with 16, he lost 9, and he has 7 trucks left. All right, so, well, this one looks pretty easy. We could probably just solve this fluently if he had 1 plus 6, or you can switch it around if it's a little easier. 6 plus 1, that equals what? 7. So there we go. But wait, who has more? Well, they have the same amount? Oh, so because they have the same amount, that means that they're equal. And this would look like this. Just like our beginning fluency problems, we have 16 minus 9 equals 1 plus 6. Is this an equivalent equation? Is there an equal amount on both sides? Yes. So we know that it's an equal equation. Nice job. So now all we have to do that's left is write our statement. So who had more? Neither of them. They had the same amount. So I'm going to write they both had 7 trucks. Just like that. Nice job. All right. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it all. I think it's time we could pause, take a break. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to decide if you want to go get some fresh air, go get some food, go play, go do what you got to do, and come back. If not, we're going to keep on rolling. So if you decide to keep on rolling, we're going to start right now. But if you just came back, welcome back. Pleasure to have you here. And let's get started. So we're just going to keep practicing more equations like this. So now I'm going to write an equation on my board. We'll solve it, and we're just going to find out if they're true or false. Are they equivalent or are they not? Sound like a plan? Bingo, bango. Let's go. So let's do the first one. So we have 2 plus 3 equals 5 plus 1. And I think because these numbers are pretty small, we could probably just solve this fluently. So what's 2 plus 3? It's 5. Nice job. Bring down the equation sign, and right off the bat, what's 5 plus 1? 6. Nice job. So is this an equivalent equation? Is 5 equal 6? No. So this means that it's not equivalent, so it is false. So we're going to put a big old cross through it, and we're going to write false. Nice job. That was a pretty easy one. Let's try a different one. All right, all right. So next, let's do 7 plus 9 equals 6 plus 10. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Which side do you think is going to be easier to solve? This side. Why do you think this side? Because of our sweet 10 plus math facts. We know that 6 plus 10 or 10 plus 6 equals 16. Nice job. So now all we got to do is find out this side. So what's an easy way we can figure out the answer to 7 plus 9? Friendly tens. Now we're talking. So I'm going to circle the 7. Let's break it up. How many do we need to get from 9 to 10? 1. So we'll put 1 right there. And then what goes in this one? 1 plus what equals 7? 6. Nice job. So 6 plus 1 equals 7. So now we have our friendly 10. You have 10 plus, use the 9, use the 1, they use the 7. What's left? So if we see that 6 plus 10 equals 16, what's 10 plus 6? It's 16. So is this an equivalent equation? Yes, because 16 equals 16. So this is going to be a true equation. Nice job. You guys are flying through this. All right. So let's do a couple more. You ready? 11 minus 8 equals 12 minus 9. All right, so at first glance, do you see either side of this to be super easy to solve fluently? Maybe not so much. If you do know it, great, keep going, keep working on it. But because I can't tell which side was going to be easier to solve, let's break it down. So I think I'm going to start with this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up this 11. I'm going to break it up into 10, and 10 plus what equals 11? We know this. 1. Nice job. So let's draw our picture. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we got 1 over here. Beautiful start. And how many are we erasing or crossing off? How many are we subtracting? 8. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many are left? 3. Nice job. So 11 minus 8 equals 3. So I'm going to bring this down. So now we got to make sure that this side equals 3. If it doesn't equal 3, is it equivalent? No, but let's double check. So let's do the same thing. Let's go through the same process. Circle the 12. Break it up into 10 plus what equals 12? 2. Nice job. Let's show our picture. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we subtracted 8 from this side. How many are we going to subtract from this side? 9. Nice job. So let's cross off 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many are left? 3. So 3 equals 3, correct? Yes. Is this an equivalent equation? Yes. So this is going to be a true equivalent equation. Nice job. All righty, Roo. Let's do another one. Make sure my board is nice and clean. All right. Let's do 15 minus 8 equals 2 plus 5. All right. At first glance, is one of these sides easier to solve than the other? What do you say this one? Because of our math fluency, we should just look at that and know 5 plus 2 equals 7. So I'm going to put it all the way down here because we're going to have to show our work a little bit later. Bring that equal sign down. Perfect. So we know that this side equals 7. So what side does this side have to equal for it to be equivalent? 7. Nice job. So let's figure it out. All right. So should we do the same process we did before? That's one of my favorites. So let's keep going. I'm going to circle the 15. I'm going to break it up into 10. 10 plus what equals 15? 5. Nice job. Draw our picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we added on this side, but we're subtracting on this side. How much? What is our part that we're subtracting from our whole? If 15 is our whole, we're subtracting 8. 8 is our part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So how many are left over? Let's circle it. Whoop. So we have a group of 5 up here, so 5 plus how many are down here? 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. Nice job. Is this an equivalent equation? Yes. Nice job. So this is going to be a true equivalent equation. So does your board look like this, or your paper, whatever you're using to write on, look like this? Perfect. If not, pause the video, go back, rewatch, see what other process you can use to help you find your answer. But as long as you know that when a number equals the same number, that is an equivalent equation. That is a true equivalent equation. And if it doesn't equal the same number, it is a false equivalent equation. But we're looking for the true ones right now. So I got one more for you. But this time, as per always, you're on your own. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to give you
about 3 minutes to get this done.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to set a timer, and we're going to go. So I'm going to do that. Share my screen. All right, so this is the equation you're working through. I need you to find both sides. Tell me if it's a true or a false equivalent equation, and I want to see your work as well. So, ready, set, go.
All right, keep up that good work. You have about 1 minute down and 2 minutes to go. Keep it up. All right, you're at your halfway mark. How are you doing? Where are you at? And you have 1 minute to go. Keep up the good work. All right, you got 30 seconds. Start wrapping it up. Okay, here's your 10-second warning. Ready for the countdown? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job.
How do you think you did? Well, I think you did great. So I'm going to come back, and we're going to work through it together. There I am. Hello. All right, so let's give it a go. So the equation was 15 minus 4 equals 14 minus 5. All right, so at first glance, do you see a side that might look a little bit easier to solve? No, but I'm getting a little confused because all these numbers look so similar. We got 15 and 14 and 4 and 5. Oh boy, you think you got it? Can you walk me through what you did? Awesome, let's go. So let's start with the 15. We'll break it up using the number bond. Split that. 10 plus what equals 15? 5. Let's draw out our picture. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're subtracting how many from this? 4. Nice job. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many are left? We got a full tens frame here. So 10 plus 1 equals 11. Nice job. So now we got to double check to see if this side also equals 11. So what did you do next? Okay, so we're going to draw a bond around the 14 as well. 10 plus what equals 14? 4. Nice job. We're going to go a little bit below. I know my going against my own saying, but I'm going to go a little bit below because it's not as organized as I should have had it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, but this time instead of 4, we're getting rid of how many? 5. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we have groups of 5. So we have 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is 9. We have figured out our answer just by looking at this before counting it all out. If this side is 11 and we don't have a full tens frame, are we going to have the same answer? No. So we have 9 left over on this side. So is this an equivalent equation? No, it's not. So it is going to be false. Nice job. Did you guys get the same thing? Excellent job. All right. Well, you guys crushed it today. I'm so proud of you. So, of course, before I go, we got to talk about got to ask you some questions. So, what does equivalent mean? That's right. It means having an equation and it's equal on both sides. Nice. So then what is the importance of the equal sign? Do we need it? Yes, of course we need it. So it's important because then we get to see how it weighs out. Is it equivalent or is it not? Where would we put our answer if we didn't have the equation sign? I don't know. I don't want to know either. Nice job, guys. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys where you can go online to get these worksheets and even make some math flashcards to go along with it with our lesson today. So all I'm going to do is share my screen. And we've done this a couple times before, but just in case you need the refresher. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to google.com and you're going to type in Engage New York. You're going to hit enter. And it's this very first one right here. Since we are learning mathematics, we're going to go to grade 1. And we are still in module 2. But we come all the way down over here. We're going to go to topic C. And this was lesson 25. All right, and then you're going to come right down here to where it says PDF, and you're going to click on that. All right, and this is where you're going to find our whole lesson for today, our fluency practice, our problems, and if you go all the way down to the bottom, you have your math sprints, and here's where you can practice equivalent problems, and some more word problems, and you can even make these flashcards right down here. Cut them out or just write them down, whatever you gotta do. So that's all for that. You guys did so well. That's it for me today, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.